Well, today's a planting day. I'm gonna plant some of these Carmans that I rooted. Um, you may remember the video where I was showing how I rooted these, but they've been rooted now for about 4.5, 5 months, and they've done well. They look good, and it's a Munson variety. We've talked about all kind of different varieties, but you learn as time goes by. I've tried to plant a lot of different kind of grapes, and I've replanted a lot of different kind of grapes because of the fungal load here. We have a really high humidity, and I know that, I could probably do it if I had a really regimented spray program, and I've done that, and it was okay. It's not bulletproof, and the reason I like these this is probably as close to organic as you're going to be able to get. I don't anticipate having to spray these. The champignons that I've gotten that are Munson grapes, I don't ever do anything. Sometimes I might spray the beetles, but the Japanese beetles. But as far as fungus, I've never sprayed, and they make just buckets of grapes. So that's a long explanation for what I'm doing, but these are Carmans. These are a Munson variety. The reason I like them is because they're almost zero spray, and they're vigorous. I mean, there's not a lot of grape varieties that you can, at 4.5 months, this is what you're looking at. So that's enough of the background on it. I'll show you us planting them. Doesn't take a huge hole. They're just 1-gallon pots. So I clean it out, try to get it to where, that's probably good enough. That's about 2 times as round as the pot. So let's get one in the ground. All right, we're back at it. We've got our home-rooted Carman. You can kind of tell I'm proud of that, but it's nice to make your own. And not just the cost, but the, satisfaction. Pretty nice roots. These things are so easy to root. Some varieties I've propagated like that, like a Norton, they're a challenge. But gosh, all the Munson grapes that I've ever messed with, Munson variety, it was just so easy to root, so easy to grow. They like being in the southeast. They like our climate, and as I get older, I move more and more towards, not just easy for easy's sake, but if you can find something that grows well in your area and it's adapt and you still get quality stuff, the grapes from these are amazing. I like to plant these just a hair low. I mean, they're just, in the South, we might use the term a fuzz, a very little bitty amount lower than the ground. And it's because it makes it easy to water. The first year when I plant these, I water them pretty routinely. And it forms kind of like a pool, if you will, a low place to hold that. So we got that patted in, and we'll get some blue tubes and some bamboo. Okay, blue tubes. These have done so well that they're going to be out of the blue tube when they're planted. You can see the little guy popping up there. Not very good camera work, is it, when I'm trying to hold the plant and the camera? You can tell this is a operation on an iPhone and two older people. Now let's thread our bamboo without. All right, let's put our bamboo in. Trying to be careful with not spearing the plant. That'd be a lot of waste activity, wouldn't it? But just barely sink that, and then tie it off. Or use just a zip tie. It's my hope that these are not on for ever. And these rooted so good that the blue tube is possibly an overkill, but there's where we are. I like that. I like these Tapeners. I probably showed you those before, but if you're going to do any amount of grapes, training them with this is a handy little device. They're not horribly expensive, and the time saving on them is great. So there we go. I'll go back and show you the footage from when I rooted it, but there's a Munson. Carman is the variety, and we started with sticks and we ended up with this. I'm probably gonna pinch it because I want it to grow, in a T fashion, and it won't. It likes to keep going, so we'll force it. I'll cut it next to one of these nodes, and then it'll shoot off two arms there. That'll tell it. That'll telegraph it to spread out. There you go. That's Carman. Okay, we've planted 8 of these little Carmans, and let's see if I can turn it around there. Okay, there's number 8 going in, and that makes a nice little row. What's the words? Out with the old and in with the new. Maybe these will be fungus free. All right, I guess the last thing, perhaps the most important. Everybody's in the ground, everybody's tied up, got their stakes and their blue tubes, and we're gonna water them in really, really thoroughly. Let that sit, percolate, and then we'll come back and probably even put a little more on there. So that's a short video of Carman's, and good luck. I hope these do well. Hey, thanks for watching, and if you would, take a second to hit the subscribe button for us. It helps us a lot. I appreciate it.